EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for the weekend, August 17th and 18th, 2019. For your Saturday, we're expecting partly cloudy skies across the region. We had a lot of low clouds yesterday that we were dealing with for most of the day. Mostly cloudy skies. We're not dealing with that today. A little morning fog and then some partly cloudy skies, and warmer conditions are expected on Saturday, and even hotter as we go to the next couple days after that. I do think heat wave is going to be moving into the region over the next couple of days. And just to give you a setup of what we're looking at, this is looking at later Saturday. Now we have this same stationary boundary that's going to be sitting down here like this. So that has been there for the last couple of days, is going to remain there for the next couple of days through early next week. At the same time, we're going to have a cold front off to the north that's going to attempt to make it a run to the south here, but it's going to be running into resistance because we have a ridge building in and high pressure Bermuda high out here that is going to keep this thing from moving too far to the south. So maybe our far northern areas up in these areas could get into some shower and thunderstorm activity overnight on Saturday night, but I don't think it gets too far south because of this high pressure that's sitting out here that's going to block it from getting too far to the south. And we also have this quasi-stationary boundary still sitting here that's going to remain there into early next week as well. So getting over the NAM high-res future simulated radar, this is looking at 2 p.m. If there is a non-zero chance for a shower or storm, which means that it isn't likely, and we're only about a 20% chance or less for a shower or storm to occur on any day over the next several days. But most areas are going to remain dry. So you see that couple little blips here. That's what you're dealing with over the next couple of days. Here's a look at Saturday. When we get to Sunday, it might be a little bit better of a chance. Actually, we're just looking at Saturday night. Here's that cold front trying to come down, but it's going to run into resistance, and it won't be able to get too far to the south. So maybe northeast PA, north central PA gets into that during the overnight hours. And then once we get to Sunday, we have another little kind of a mid-level trough that's going to try to move through the region. And because that ridge is in place, I don't expect too much activity on Sunday either, but we do have an isolated chance for a thunderstorm again. Same areas generally across northeast PA, maybe northern New Jersey a little bit later, maybe as far as down south as the Lehigh Valley. But here's that later in the day here on Sunday, isolated thunderstorm chance going from northeast PA generally to northern New Jersey. And that is a little bit better chance that we're going to see something on Sunday or later on Sunday versus Saturday. But we will be increasing temperatures here today, going up into the generally upper 80s for most areas, but I wouldn't be surprised if some areas down here by Philadelphia, point south and east, are getting to the 90, 91 degree range, something around there. So starting this heat wave early there. Once we get to Sunday, I think we're going to get more areas included in that in the 90s, and we do have that isolated scattered thunderstorm threat across those areas I mentioned. Again, mainly northeast PA to northern New Jersey, might get as far south as the Lehigh Valley, but temperatures here are going to be 90 or above, generally from along the I-78 corridor and points south here on Sunday. We get to Monday, I do think you have a lesser chance, again, for a thunderstorm. Again, we're going to have a cold front sitting right up here that's going to try to make its way down the south, but we still have this high pressure here that's going to be blocking it from getting too far south. So guess where it is? Right here again, north central Pennsylvania, maybe parts northeast PA, get into a late day shower or thunderstorm on Monday. Elsewhere, we are dry. We are very hot. It's winter coming out of the southwest, and we're going to have temperatures that are in the low to mid 90s for many locations here on Monday. So I think that's your peak heating day of this mini heat wave that's going to extend probably until Tuesday. Okay, here's Tuesday. Again, isolated thunderstorms later in the day here on Tuesday for some areas. There is a cold front that's going to finally move through, and that's because this high pressure that's sitting down here is going to weaken and it's going to move away. And I think that will allow the opportunity for the scattered showers and thunderstorms to come to the picture here on Wednesday with the actual cold front. So what's happening on Tuesday is more like prefrontal trough type stuff. And then once we get to Wednesday, you can see this high pressure is still here, but it's further to the east, which allows this cold front to finally move through the region on Wednesday. And ahead of it, you have scattered showers and thunderstorms over much of the region late in the day on Wednesday. Now, for areas far to the southeast, you might have another day where you reach 90 or above, because this is going to come in later before the cold front comes through and breaks the heat. So farther into the interior, we should have temperatures capped a little bit. Might not reach 90 degrees here on Wednesday. So we do have the heat wave period for most areas in the interior between Sunday and Tuesday. Far southeast areas like Philadelphia, interior southern New Jersey, interior Delaware could start as early as Saturday and extend all the way to Wednesday. So it's a 5-day period instead of just 3 for 90 degrees or above. You only need 3 in a row to have 3 consecutive days in a row of 90 degree or above to have a heat wave by definition. But once this cold front moves through, which will come through on Wednesday night, it looks like, once we get to Thursday, and this is far to the south, we're partly cloudy. Behind this, we're going to have lowering humidity, winds coming in from the northwest, and temperatures will be lowering as well. And I'll tell you what, folks, once you get to Friday, this trough is going to settle in. High pressure is going to build in from the north, which is sitting right here. And we're going to have a very nice day here as we get to the end of the next week. Actually, next weekend again. Looks like a dry weekend with very nice conditions. Some areas might not get out of the 70s for highs on Saturday and Friday and maybe even Saturday. Maybe 80-ish or so on Sunday. So a very nice weekend coming up next weekend. Not so bad this weekend. I know it's going to be hot and humid. We're going to have temperatures getting into the upper 80s to near 90 or maybe lower 90s by the time we get to Sunday. But at least for the most part, it's dry. We've had an incredible stretch of weekends that were very, very good here this summer, which is like the complete polar opposite of what we saw last summer, where every weekend it seemed like it was a total washout. That has not been the case this summer. So I know a lot of people like to complain about different things, and there you have your cold crowd and your warm crowd, and they're always butting heads on our social media pages, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or what have you. But the bottom line is you really can't complain about weekends that have been this good for this long consecutively for most of the summer. So it's definitely been improvement in that regard, and it looks like that's going to continue not only this weekend, but the following weekend with refreshing temperatures coming into the picture the following weekend. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for this weekend, August 18th and 19th, 17th and 18th, 2019. Have a great Saturday and Sunday.